I guess first thing is, depending on who, it doesn't matter who answers, it was just, it seemed like the zone defense maybe took you a little bit out of your tempo and flow. Anybody like to kind of respond to just the fact that they zoned for 40 minutes?
I mean, yeah, the zone was there, and Coach Yo made it known that we needed to touch the zone, screen the zone, and hit the zone, and we didn't do that at all. I feel like a lot of us weren't there mentally whenever it came to the office event, and I feel like we needed to focus on that, and we just didn't.
Okay, we'll have questions for Coach in person, and they go online.
Coach, I just wanted to know, what was it like to play here in St. Joseph, on that neutral court?
Yeah, it was a great experience. I thought that the hospitality was awesome. We got some really cool gifts and you know, really appreciative for, the experience for sure.
Coach, sort of the style of play, so the tempo of the game, in terms of, did you feel like that maybe favored K-State's style of play and you just couldn't quite get into some of the tempo and the transition and some of the turnover baskets you normally get?
Yeah, I know you talked about the zone. Notre Dame zoned us for 40 minutes as well. But we were just we were not locked in. Just mentally, we couldn't hit a shot. I mean, we were 5 for 30 from the three. We got really good looks, missed them. And then we started to just wilter. I don't know if, the game that we just played was just so much energy, and then we couldn't find that fight that we needed. And then, defensively, the game plays in our favor when we guard. And so usually we guard and we can get out and transition. When we did, we got a bucket every time. But what was happening, we were just fouling and sending them to the line. So yes, that's where they started to control the tempo because they were able to stop and then put like a soft press that wasn't really a press and get back and really cause us to um, have to play in the half court. But we still took 69 shots, 69 shots. We only made 22. Like that's just poor, you know. And then almost half of those shots were threes, and we just couldn't make them. And when you're on the road, you got to make free throws and layups. And I just keep replaying all the layups we miss. And then we only shot 68% from the free throw line, where they shot almost 100% from the free throw line. They made us pay for that. Um, we just didn't convert 18 offensive rebounds. To me, it was an effort thing. I don't really think we deserved to win tonight. So we didn't.
Okay, we'll move to online questions.
Coach, Tiana had a season high 12 points. What about her performance today, did you like specifically?
I mean, Tiana is a good offensive player. Tiana didn't get a lot of minutes before because of the defensive end. It had nothing to do with the offense. We know that she can score. And then today she sat down and really guarded and gave us huge minutes, and that was key for us because we needed it.
As a team, you guys only had 10 turnovers. What what about the offensive mindset goes into protecting the ball, even though the results weren't what you wanted?
Well, it wasn't like they pressured us. We were in the zone. So we got every look we wanted. We just missed. And you got to make shots, and if you're not going to make shots, then you got to rebound. This was a night where Christine didn't get a double-double. She got in some foul trouble. They do a good job running their offense, and they got a lot of spaces on the floor, which makes you disrupt your shell. And they took advantage of it. Miscues, a lot of tired mistakes. It was a lot of tired mistakes. Mistakes we wouldn't have made, maybe 3 days ago. But um, my hats go off to them. I respected them. I know their record is what it is, but they were prepared. They had the week off. Here we go playing this game that took a lot out of us. versus Notre Dame. And I kept telling our team, like, you're gonna have to let that go, because if you don't, what'll happen is you show up and then no one will even remember that you just beat Notre Dame. Like, they'll just remember that you lost to Kansas State. And uh, I thought that my team started to feel sorry for themselves after a while. And we just allowed fatigue to make cowards of us. And they were fresh and they were able to make plays.
And one more question. Cody played all 40 minutes. Is that something that you're hoping she's able to do for the remainder of the season?
Yeah, no, I hope not. I mean, people got to step up. We had a lot of people that didn't step up. Again, we had a lot of tired fouls. So we got in foul trouble, so I couldn't rest her. We need Tasha to step up. She didn't step up tonight. Um, we need another big to step up. I thought Jayla came in and gave some great minutes, but we have some deficiencies that we need to work on. Luckily, we have a week and we can try to, work on those. But, again, hopefully not, because if that's the case, then we're gonna be in trouble. Then she can't practice. And we need to practice so that we could be prepared to play games. You know, people got to step up. And I thought, although I thought Kansas State did like a great job, I thought we had tons of opportunities to open up the game and we just didn't. For example, we start the game, it's 10-2, and they end the quarter 15-15. Like, how does that happen? Just miscues, people coming in the game, not locked in, not prepared, you know. And this is a home game for them. So now they got the momentum, and we allowed it to come to one possession. And like I told our team, this is my first time since we've been, going to the NCAA tournament. I don't like, we can't get a stop to win the game. Like, that's what we do. We get stops. And we just didn't. And the kid threw up a lucky shot and it went in. So for me, I felt like the basketball gods was like, nah, y'all didn't deserve it. She's gonna make that shot. That's not a shot she takes. She threw it up there after fumbling it, But you can't put yourself in those positions. I always tell our players, you can't lose a game, but you can win a game. I think about the petty fouls we had at the end, the missed layups, the key turnovers, the missed free throws, all in the span of the last 4 minutes, really, really hurt us. And so we weren't rewarded the win because, I don't think we took care of business in the course of the 40 minutes.
Any more questions for Coach? Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you.